Tsunami is a natural disaster in Japan that we fear the most, and it could occur during your visit. So here's a video that I highly recommend for you to check if you're planning a trip to Japan. Hi, I'm Tokyo Joe and welcome to the Tokyo Joe Show. You may have seen tsunami disasters in Japan on the news. You might wonder how frequently they occur and how likely is it to happen when you're in Japan. The Japanese government estimates a high probability of a Nankai Trough tsunami to hit Japan at any time within the next decade. Nankai Trough is a seismic zone that spans over 1,000 miles along the Japanese Pacific coast, and it's where powerful earthquakes and destructive tsunamis occur periodically. Major cities such as Osaka and Nagoya are also within the Nankai Trough danger zone. It's worthwhile to check in advance if your destinations are in the Nankai Trough hazard zone or not. I'll leave a link of a map that shows the hazard zone in the description box. Tsunamis are a series of waves caused by the sudden displacement of the ocean floor, and they're often triggered by earthquakes. While most tsunamis are small and barely noticeable, some can be massive and life-threatening. Even if an earthquake occurs far from you and you don't feel the tremors, tsunamis could be coming your way. Remind yourself that tsunamis can be far more destructive than earthquakes. In the devastating 2011 earthquake which struck Japan's northeastern regions, 90% of the deaths were caused by the tsunami. When a large tsunami is imminent, local authorities will set off sirens and you'll immediately notice that it's an emergency. You might find yourself caught in the middle of a life-threatening crisis. So it's critical to know of what to expect and how to protect yourself. The most important action that you must take in case of a tsunami attack is to immediately move to the highest ground that is reachable. I repeat, look out for the highest ground that's accessible and get there as soon as possible. If you're inside a building, go up to at least the 5th floor and higher if possible. In the 2011 tsunami, waves reached heights of over 100 feet, higher than a 4-story building. If you're outdoor, search for steep hills or elevated structures around you. Some coastal areas have evacuation towers. If you can't find any high place around you, then move on inland and move away from the sea as far as possible. Follow the lead of the local people who are familiar with the evacuation routes. Remember that tsunamis often come in multiple waves, and the second one is usually larger than the first. So wait patiently until the tsunamis stop completely and until authorities confirm safety. If you're in a car, drive as far away from the coast as possible. If you get caught in a traffic jam, then don't waste your time waiting in the car. In the 2011 tsunami, many people were trapped and drowned in their cars. Tsunamis are triggered by earthquakes, and earthquakes come first. There's usually a time lag between an earthquake and the tsunami, and you may wonder how soon tsunamis will come after the earthquake. Well, it's hard to say, for it depends on various geological conditions. In the 2011 tsunami, the first tsunami arrived about 30 minutes after the quake, and people had reasonable time to evacuate. However, tsunamis triggered by Nankai Trough are said to reach the coastal areas in just few minutes, so immediate action is crucial. Debris from the initial earthquake may block evacuation routes, making it hard for you to evacuate. So respond quickly and start your evacuation as soon as possible. You know, I always ask myself the question, what if? I try to imagine and simulate how I should evacuate if a tsunami were to occur right now. I believe that this kind of mindset is important and will make a significant difference when this crisis actually happens. It's easy to forget about the risks of earthquakes and tsunamis when you're in Japan because you'll be having so much fun. But the reality is, the Japanese people know that a major tsunami will hit soon for sure. We carry on with our daily lives, hoping that we won't be in the wrong place at the wrong time. For your safety, I've also posted a video on earthquakes in Japan. If you haven't seen it yet, I encourage you to watch it as well. I'll leave a link in the description box. So there you have it. My videos are from a local's point of view, and it's meant to share how we face the reality here. They're not intended to frighten you, but are designed to help make your stay in Japan as safe as possible. So don't worry too much. Be prepared just in case, and have a wonderful time in Japan. Thank you for watching the Tokyo Joe Show. I'm Tokyo Joe, and I look forward to seeing you in my other videos. And until then, mata ne!